Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Jazz Intro to Jazz Improv number 2. And let's just review a little bit about what we learned about jazz because it's been a few weeks. So we learned, first of all, that the offbeat gets the emphasis. So if you were going to swing just on a B flat note, this is what it would sound like. The key is to hear that ding, 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 ding in your head. And then another emphasis is on syncopation. And remember, we had that idea of call and response. So you can take an idea and elaborate on that idea later. And that's a really cool, creative way to synthesize new ideas. So we watched that Miles Davis video last time of him kind of swinging, and we just used the one note. So this week's example was Splanky by Count Basie, which uses the blues scale, which we're going to talk about today because that gets way more exciting than just playing a B flat note the entire time. So let's talk about what is the blues scale in B flat, and there will be a transposition guide for other instruments, so don't be alarmed if you don't read actually in the key of C, but for everybody who's a C transposing instrument, the B flat scale, it's concert B flat. So this scale is made out of the minor pentatonic scale, which is a minor scale that only has 5 notes instead of 7. So we take away the half steps. I'm going to show you how we do that. You start number 1, B flat. That's your do. B flat, then we skip the second note, which creates a half step, right, if we normally had it. So we skip the second note, go to D flat. That's the third. Then we go to the 4th, E flat. And we have this mysterious note in here that I'm going to come back to. So then now we have the 5th, skip the 6th, go to the 7th, and then you restart. You're back at the octave. So if any of this is, feel free to watch this part of the video again, or there's also going to be a guide of it. So don't stress too much if some of that was a little bit new information. But basically, this is a minor pentatonic scale. I'm going to play it for you in concert B flat. So that's not the blues scale. That's just a pentatonic scale. Here's how we make it the blues scale. We add the blue note. So listen to the difference here. That is more tension, and it has something in there. And I'm going to go ahead and turn these lights back on really quick. Okay, it's the annoying thing about being in this room. So that creates tension, and that is going to want to be resolved. So listen to that blue note again. Kind of has a tendency to want to go up or down. Or. So it's kind of like really funky. You want it to go either up or down. You want it to resolve. So we take that exact same idea we had of the minor pentatonic scale, but we add the sharp 4 scale degree, and this is going to be written down too, in between the 4 and the 5. So that's where our half step comes in. 2 half steps next to each other, and you get this sound. So you can do a lot with that note, but you don't really want to hang out on it. You want it to kind of go up or down. You can go, or you can go. These are pretty common things in the blues. So I'm going to show you kind of an example of how to apply that scale. The assignment this week is going to be just for 8 bars, or actually 16 bars on B flat backing track, right, where you can use the blues scale to make some ideas. And I'm going to show you ways it does not have to be very complicated at all, but you can really explore how this scale sounds. So listen to this example. So you can do even less than that, right? The point is I want to hear you try to explore that scale and do something with that note, right? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? That's the blues. The blue note is what really gives it that characteristic sound. So if you are level 1 or 2, you can stop here. But for level 3, I'm going to show you an example of doing this over a 12-bar blues. So that gets a little bit, there's a lot more information given to you. So B flat blues. And I'm going to post both of these backing tracks. There's an ad, of course. So listen to how this sounds over an actual blues form. Same idea, but you're just listening to how there's more harmonic motion going on. So I am going to post this scale in everyone's transposing instrument key. If you're level 1 through 2, the assignment is going to be just on that one chord in the backing track I played earlier. Give me 16 bars of just you kind of working out that scale, and don't be afraid to make it simple. That's totally okay. But kind of use those concepts we talked about when we were just doing the one note over the drums. So we're combining things we've already learned. If you are level 3, give me 2 times all the way through that blues progression. So that'll be 24 bars. And don't be afraid to kind of use some different articulations. This is jazz. So you can bend a little bit, right? We're going to get into some more articulation style stuff, but we talked about in music history how there was more bends, different accents. Get into some of that. I want to hear you all experiment because this is a creative thing. So anyway, there it is. All of that will be posted again in the slides and then again on Schoology. And please message me if you have any questions. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you all create.